Hey guys, welcome back to the Premium Wrestling Podcast. It's the first review of AEW Fyter Fest. Now, first match to kick it off, Private Party versus Hangman Page and Kenny Omega for the AEW Tag Titles. This match, like, Private Party for me should have won. Up and coming young guys, only start, first big promotion for them to get into AEW. These guys are, 21 they are? So, in the history, Hangman and Omega have, so much to fall back on. They've got so much history in wrestling. They know everything, Little Private Party, young guys, and, I'll say that from last week in the qualifying, and to me it was a bit of a downfall match for them, But then this week, last night, that match, give it for them. Over the ring, non-stop. I think they could learn more, yes, in wrestling, but last night, they should have got it. Gotta give it to Private Party. Keep it up, guys. Good work. Then, let's move on. Second match, Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. Now, give it to Joey Janela, give the good hard fight. But this whole thing, Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Roberts, I like it. Jake Roberts, one of the biggest heels in wrestling, dirty player with the snake. Lance Archer could learn so much from him. So, I think it just proves Lance Archer still one of the dangerous guys in wrestling today. I think it's just high control, Joey Janela. So there you go, Lance Archer, so winner. Number 3, let's go to. Gonna get the third thing that happened. Brian Cage being crowned the new FTW champion. Now, Taz saying he made this himself, and I heard from me and Mark talking today, and he was telling me that Taz even he made this in ECW and all. So this has been a title that Taz has kept forever, basically. And they give it to Brian Cage. I'm happy because, with no, with Moxley not being able to compete because of maybe what's happened with Renee Young, so I can understand that. But Brian Cage, he's a guy that he's deserved the big titles, for a long time, and I'm actually quite happy because even going into the match now next week with Moxley, it shows that he's more of a dangerous guy. Plus, he's now got a title, and meaning it could be really good to see that. Now it shows. Champion first champion makes the match more like you don't want to miss it. So, Brian Cage, big guy, Moxie, most dangerous guy. Them two, I can't wait for it. So, I'm glad that plus Taz being his manager and all, I'm glad that Taz has always been used in an Impact, and he's being an ECW. He's always mostly commentary most of the time. But I'm glad to see Taz being a manager, because everything he says on the commentary, he's great. He gives all the guys credits, but the way he's improved, that even made Brian Cage, got him to improve more. I'm glad that he's got that title, so I can't wait to see that match. Brian Cage, Moxley, can't wait. Now on to FTR and the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros and the Butcher and Blade. Now that match for me steals the show. The Young Bucks and the FTR, it's like they've fought so many times, tagged together so many times over the years. With them two having the history, of having so much experience in wrestling, but to see them two, it was a dream match to see them face each other. But as together as a team, this is matches I'd love to see them two. For all four of them, but the two teams become one team together. I'd love to see it because even though that he got super kicked in the face even after the match, they still shook hands. So I'm happy to see that this, them two fighting plus the Lucha Bros. And no disrespect to Butcher and the Blade, I think, maybe they, even though they won the match, I think it was a bit, FTR Young Bucks should deserve the win. Like I said, but no disrespect to Butcher and Blade, they are a bit, I don't think that they've not had much experience as the Lucha Bros and Bucks and FTR, but I think it was a bit of a downfall for the Lucha Bros. As on the commentary, was it not said that Lucha Bros ain't wrestled in a while? While Butcher and Blade have been on every week, and it still shows that Lucha Bros are that good of a team. Like they made it look like they were never gone. And the Butcher and Blade, like they're good. They're dangerous. I'll give credit to them. But I think it was just, I think they need to work more. Butcher and Blade, like get them more trained. Get them more up there to being a good, better tag team. But also another thing to say in commentary, Lucha Bros are the most underrated tag team in AEW at the minute, and they are. They couldn't be used there obviously for reasons. They couldn't be, Butcher and Blade got used more, and Lucha Bros were still, to me, the better tag team out of both of them, their team. So Lucha Bros, it was more like, to me, it was more of like FTR and the Young Bucks first Lucha Bros. So I think it was, if Lucha Bros maybe had a different tag team, I don't know, it would have been better to see. But like maybe if that had been like Lucha Bros LAX or something, it would have been maybe a bit more better. With the history being there. But yeah, it was a good match. But I want to give that match, that should have been FTR and Young Bucks. I would love to see them two team up so many more times than rather facing each other. Like everyone's always said, the dream matches with them two. Them two together as a team, unreal. It's like they know each other's moves. It's like no doubt. So gotta give it to them. Right. Now we're on to the Nyla Rose versus Kaelin King and Kenzie Page. Now this match, I wouldn't say it's one of the worst matches. Like, how long was it? Like 2-minute match. Like Nyla Rose already proved just within that 2 minutes how powerful, how strong, how quick she is. Not to mention that spear she did. Oh my god, that spear. She broke the hell out of. She broke the ribs over. Like, I gotta give it to her. Like, Nyla Rose deserved a better match. Stop putting. I just want to say in wrestling, just not this. You always have these squash matches. Some young upcoming superstar faces the most dominant star just to show how good they are. Nyla Rose has had so many matches, and the team she faced, one of them was 18. Like, come on, doesn't it seem that you'd have much experience there when you got Nyla Rose who just destroyed them both? I think to me that was a bad match to have her in, and I think she should definitely get the women's title in AEW. She definitely says, another thing she says, like managers, with everybody who's a manager, like all their clients, they got a title. Nyla Rose does not really need a manager, I'd say. It's just the way she's getting booked recently. And like we might have said before, the AEW's women's division, it's really bad. Like, it's not bad, but the stars aren't that good. Nyla Rose is probably the only really one up there for me. So she deserves to get that title. She does. So there you go. Now the next one, Dark Order versus the Dark Order and Colt Cabana versus SCU. Now I don't think this match really meant anything. I think it was just like the regular match just to give out. But I think in the match it proved how good and how well SCU work as a team. Plus, like, Kazarian and Daniels being a tag team for over, like, what, 14, 13 years together. You know, no doubt they were a great match, but, like, I don't think the match meant anything. I think it just proved, to be honest, that Dark Order and the whole Colt Cabana thing, I think I'm glad that actually Cabana's joined them. I think when he came on, it was not much getting for him because, you know, maybe if you want to go back to maybe, I don't know, WWE not giving him a chance. You know, he's fought so long to get to the top. You know, like some people just maybe just give up on him halfway. You know what? Now the whole thing with Dark Order, it's getting me interested more in Colt Cabana, seeing him get up there a bit more, couple wins. It's giving him a chance. Like, oh my, I like it. And Brody Lee, ever since he joined them, like, they could go a long way as a tag team, not just tag team, you know, as a faction. They could take over all AEW. I like it. Not to say, like I said again, with SCU, seem more like maybe they would deserve the match, but it just proves how good of a tag team they know each other. Like, it's over the years. I think that was a downfall match, not just for both of them. Like, the match had no hype. It was just a regular match. Just, I think, to see how Colt Cabana and the whole Dark Order work together with Brody Lee and all. To me, yeah, I'm glad it just showed how well they are starting to work together, and Colt Cabana sees a better side that he's joined them. Maybe some people think, don't like it, why not join the Elite or something? And maybe a bit of Colt Cabana and Matt Hardy maybe together or something. But for me, I like it this way. You know, Colt Cabana's his whole life, so he's been doing like maybe a babyface his whole life. Maybe a little heel turn might give him a bit of a edge in the business, and I can see it going a long way with this one. So there you go. Great match. And last match. Well, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, may I add, first Le Champion, Chris Jericho. Just to say, love the Judas theme song. My favourite, never get sick of listening to it. Now, just to say, I think that like from the start, the first minute, Orange Cassidy was in control. But then, like, right after, it just proves, not just to say, Orange Cassidy, I wouldn't call it a downgrade for Jericho. Orange Cassidy, great wrestler. He can do so well, but I think he's more of a comic wrestler. Hands in the pockets. And even when he did the super kick to Jericho, you know, it was a bit of a funny thing when I thought, you know, just little tap, 2 taps, 3 taps in the leg, super kick. You know, it's a bit of a funny thing to watch, you know. Oh, you didn't see that coming, huh? It was a bit of a comic wrestler. It's Cassidy. He needs to be moved up. You know, instead of always, like I said, he gives a hard fought battle in the first minute and 2 minutes. You know, hard fought battle, but like even in this, I've heard like so many times, and like in a real life fight with Chris Jericho, he said to be one of the most wrestlers, like out in real life or like backstage. Chris Jericho is a man. He said to give one of you, he'll give you one of the best fights. You're a man that you don't want to fight Chris Jericho. Like, he said that he could beat up so many guys, like you wouldn't want to fight him. Was it not that, you know, back in WWE, Chris Jericho beat up Goldberg? Was it not backstage or something? So like everyone knows how dangerous Goldberg was. I think Jericho, you know, he's a guy. It's a bit pathetic towards him to have him face someone of Cassidy, the way he acts in the ring, you know, just being funny, you know, being a bit of a comedy wrestler. It's embarrassing to Jericho, and plus it's embarrassing to Cassidy of how good of a wrestler he is to have this happening to him. I think he needs to change it up a bit more, you know. Plus being alongside best friends, you know, it's just that they give hard fights. Then you got Cassidy, that's like a comedy. Like, there's no, I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with them, with Cassidy at all. He just should change up his wrestling from maybe Hands in the pockets is funny for people. It is good to see. But if you're going to face someone like Jericho, I would not do that. You don't want to do that. It makes him look bad. It makes it look like why is Jericho even facing somebody who's doing this? Jericho's, like I said, his nickname is Le Champion, and you're fighting like in a comedy wrestling match. Jericho deserved, and Cassidy, both of them, it should have been a better match. After the first two, Jericho had it the whole way and just destroyed Cassidy. I know what it would say that, Jericho had the, LAX at ringside, and Cassidy didn't have the best friends only until the end when they came out. I don't think, that's what I mean, Jericho, the way he was going with the match, don't even think he needed to use the bat. He just still would have beat Cassidy. Even Cassidy kicking out after